Well, I'm up here on the roof, and we were expecting it to be really bad, but it looks like it's actually in pretty good condition. There's a few bullet holes that came through when the guys were shooting at it, but I'm just gonna get up here and sweep it off so we can see where the holes are at, and then we're just gonna caulk them and see if we need to do anything else with it. Got the roof all swept off so we can see where the holes are at. There's actually one right here, and that's where they shot through with the bullet. You can see it came ripped right through the metal there. And then there's also another one right over here. This one's kind of goes through. There's not really a rip, but it we can just caulk these up, and then we're going to smooth out the rest of the cracks. And this roof is really stable. I'm 260 pounds, and it's just as secure as can be. Of course, I'm watching where I'm stepping on the studs and everything, but it is very, very sturdy. And just a couple of bullet holes in it that we got to fix. So we'll give you an update. Well, I'm up here on the roof still. I'm caulking up the cracks. I got the 2 holes all done up, but this some of these cracks are pretty deep, so I'm just filling them up with caulk, and it's looking really good. And one of the holes that we sealed up is right there, and the caulk sealed that up really well. And we're just gonna go and do the rest of the roof just like this, and we'll get it all done up, and it'll look nice. I used the whole tube of caulk already. We got about 1/3 of the way done with the roof, plus the 2 holes that we got here. This bullet hole here, and then the one right over there. I got that one all done. So yeah, just about 1/3 of the roof done, and which is where the main cracks were, is where we got the caulk down. So we're just going to use the rest of a can of Flex Seal that we have, and do the rest of the cracks up here on the roof, the other 2/3. Well, we got the roof almost done up here. We ran out of caulk, and we ran out of the Flex Seal that we have. And I have one more strip. I don't know if you can see the cracks right here. It goes all the way across. We're gonna get some caulk or another can of Flex Seal to finish that. And then the roof will be done as far as cracks go, but then we're gonna have to get around all these vents here with some roofing tar and get those patched up properly so there's no leaks. DJ's cutting strips to go around the piece of rubber that we cut out to go over that old TV bracket. We're going to put the rubber over the top of it, and then set these strips on top and put sheet metal screws through that down into the roof, and the strip should compress the rubber enough to make a nice seal. That's the hope, so we don't have to caulk it or tar it if we don't have to. This is an old television mount for the antenna on the roof, and we do definitely have a leak coming in through this. So DJ, why don't you put that rubber over the top? We're going to put the rubber over the top, and then put these metal strips down, and then we're going to take these sheet metal screws, and we're going to go through this down into the roof and hopefully create a nice seal. We'll put the screws every couple inches, and if we have to, we'll come back by and tar all the way around it, and that should fix that. I mean, I kind of would like to take the whole thing off the roof. Maybe that would be a better idea. You know what, I might do that. Yeah. Okay, we just yanked this thing off the roof. I changed my mind, so we took that off. We're gonna lay that rubber over there. That way it'll lay flatter. Yeah. It'll work better. Nice. We'll still use the strips. Now he's screwing this down to the roof with the metal strips. And that's galvanized metal, so it shouldn't rust too bad. Too close. There you go. We probably will have to tar around it, but we'll definitely it's crooked. Well, here's the finished result of fixing that television antenna thing. And we just put those metal strips across the rubber here just to seal up the underneath right up here so it stays dry. Nothing can really get in there. We got screws set about every inch or inch and a half apart from each other, so it's pretty good and pushed down there. We're gonna get some roof tar and we're gonna put it along the edge here just to make sure it's totally secure, and so it looks, and it won't get anything inside of there, rain or anything.
Alright, here we are. We're gonna put this cap here on top of this using these screws that I kind of improvised from a stovepipe cap, and putting it over the top of there. I kind of threw some caulk down inside there to keep it from leaking around the inside, possibly through the roof there, but it shouldn't do it anyways with the cap on it. Anyway, we need to caulk all around the bottom of this for more security of thought of rain trying to get in at the bottom of the base of this. But other than that, it's just a matter of turning this thing over and putting it on top and using these screws that'll screw right into the PVC here. So anyways, that's what I'm going to do, and we'll turn it back on when we're done here. Just a minute. Alright, we're back now. There's the cap installed, as we were speaking of. It's an old stove pipe end for a cap, but now it's something to keep the rain out from the vent pipe. There is a gap in between there, up underneath here. Air can come up and still go down in, and keep some of the squirrels or other things, or birds or things, from building a little nest in there. Alrighty, we'll be back in a moment.